Shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I know that I am late. Buggy, can you... Never mind. 1 second. 1 second. All right. Shalom. Sorry, y'all. I had ashy lip syndrome, so I had to make sure the lips wasn't ashy. Yeah. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna lower that, and then I'm gonna lower that, and now we're back. All right, so I'm about to start. Shalom, Shavington. Hi. Again. This is Give It Some Raw podcast where we say the shit you niggas scared to say, and if you feel played, as always, debate your fucking mom. This is Freshie P, the wonderful host of Give It Some Raw podcast, and I'm super excited about this particular chapter because today we're going to talk about eating the rich. Let's just start off by saying, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, okay? Hit that subscribe button on the YouTube. Let me know if y'all want me to be on the Spotify, because I be putting them on the Spotify, but y'all don't really be rocking with them on the Spotify. Y'all typically always go to the YouTube. So at this point, I'm just like, maybe I should just stick to strictly YouTube. I don't know if y'all have any tips and tricks on how to source my podcast to a multitude of platforms. Using one platform, please let me know, because uploading to multiple platforms can be a lot. So make sure you subscribe. Did you subscribe? Did you like? Did you comment? Did you share? Make sure you do all the things before we move forward. But yeah, I just would like to start off by asking a question. What episode of Black Mirror is this? What episode are we on of Black Mirror? Who are these writers? Okay? In my Tommy Davidson voice, who are these writers? Because at this point, I'm not understanding what's going on. Like, honestly. So I wrote up a whole segment because I'm like, baby, we finna be talking about the Eat the Rich. We definitely finna be talking about them because, baby, they wants to hold all the coins, honey. They want to hold all the cards and want to give us the limited shuffle, baby. We're like, what's going on? We need to hit them with a Uno reverse at this point because it's becoming out of hand. So starting off with Eat the Rich, I have to talk to us first. My first thing was pro-black, right? It's like people in the spaces that I'm witnessing, right? And even with all the controversy with this whole Jay-Z doing the Target, he's collabing with Target or whatever the case may be. It's like, are you pro-black but want proximity to whiteness? Like, you can't, in my personal opinion, you can't be both. You can't do both. You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all preach pro-blackness, but then on the flip side of that, you're mad at people for using their privilege and blackness to do things for black people. Like, I'm not understanding the concept in that. I'm really, really not. Like, it's starting to become to the point where it's like, it's performative blackness. And I see somebody on Threads kind of talking about that. And I love Beyonce. I love Jay-Z. Let's just be clear. But at the end of the day, they're capitalists. Aren't they? Are they not? Like, y'all are still in that 1% with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? So those people kind of think at a different scale from us, when they have a different kind of money. I do understand that concept, but at the end of the day, like I've always said, integrity. Like it gets to a point, like certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like I just be looking like, are you for the black community? Are you not? It makes you question. It really, really makes you question. Even down to like social climate, right? Like even down to, I was looking on Threads. First of all, Threads has become my new favorite app at this point because the conversations are so thought provoking. It makes you think. It makes you question things. People were talking about. Let me go to it. Like again, social climate. Like we are still having the same mentality as a slave in a sense of we're still wanting to let people know what fields we're in and things like that. And I'm like, you know what? That actually makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. Like we have gotten to the point where it's like, okay, I need to show that I am this elite, you know what I'm saying, black person. Like I'm not just black, I'm this elite black person. And it's like, why do we have to keep on finding more and more ways to, you know what I'm saying, separate us? Like it's not enough to just be black anymore in spaces. You know, people don't respect you as a person no more. You have to have some type of title or some type of something to make people feel like, you know, to make people look at you in relevance of somebody who's important. It's like everybody's just people, regardless of the fact. Regardless of the fact. Y'all want to be pro-black, but y'all also supporting capitalists. Y'all also, you know, it's odd. It's odd to witness. And then it's a thin line between that, right? Because at the end of the day, still nigga, to quote Jay-Z, like you're still going to be seen as that. But at the end of the day, it's like, why are you doing all these things to still get in close proximity to whiteness? Like, money is the root of all evil, and the people that would do anything for it scare me, to say the least. You know, they scare me. Like, what we doing? Like, what we standing for? And the thing about Target, because people like, oh, you know, I think he, in his freestyle, he was like, people have selective outrage or whatever the case may be. But for me, it's not even selective outrage with the Target situation. For me, it's about solidarity. Like, at what point do we show up and show like, hey, we are actually sticking together and we standing on something? Like, we can't stand on anything if it's their favorite Negro who they could pay anything to, that's gonna make, you know what I'm saying, make us look like we don't stand for nothing. I don't know. I just be having a lot of questions, man. And again, I'm a fan of Jay. I like Jay. I like B. But at the same time, we need to have a real conversation about what the fuck is really happening. Like, no, people aren't being fake activists. People are trying to see change. They want to see change. And it's hard when you don't know what you could do to go about it. And the people who you see, who you're supposed to be, who people idolize, but you shouldn't be idolizing nobody, but people idolize and they look at you as the spokesperson for black people, and you're doing the complete opposite of what we're standing for. It's crazy as hell. Like, it's crazy as hell. But I will say, it's a quote, one of my favorite comedians, activists, whatever you want to call him, Dick Gregory. He used to say that all the time. Stop idolizing these rappers and these, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like, are we putting too much pressure on these rappers? Are we expecting too much from them? Because they're focused on the dollar, you know, because at the end of the day, is it a black or white thing, or is it just the money? Is it just the money? You know what I'm saying? Hello, everyone that's coming in. Chop it up with me. Hello, what's going on? Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on their YouTube. Thank you. But yeah, I just, you know, I be having a lot of questions in regards to that, because I'm like, it's a fine line. Like, I want to be, you know, supportive of the artist. I like the artist, but I don't like a lot of shit that the artist stands for. So, like, how much of the artist are we really, you know? I don't know. Y'all tell me. Talk to me. Let me know something. Because, baby, I've been going on a rant about that shit all day. Because at the end of the day, it's like, y'all still the rich. Y'all still in that 1%. Y'all still hanging with the same people that y'all telling us is a bad person. Not telling us is a bad person. We see them for who they are. And now we're looking at you sideways. Like, why you hanging with them people the way that they talk about us? You know what I'm saying? Hi, Rebecca. Why are you why are you hanging with them? And if it ain't one thing about, I don't know about no other place in the world, but I know about New Orleans people. If it ain't one thing about us, baby, we don't do the fake fucking with a nigga. Like, we not doing it. Don't act like you rock with me knowing you don't rock with me. And that's what it's giving when you sitting at tables with people who we deem as the enemy. Like, we clearly have an issue with what Target stands for and what all these big corporations stands for. But at the end of the day, we as the people, we can do so much, because all skin folk and kinfolk, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, even if it's a couple of hundred of us that stand in solidarity and saying, hey, we're not rocking with this thing, it's always one of y'all, coon, master, I season knows color. It's always one of y'all that's gonna go with it. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it hard, like I said earlier, for us to stand for anything. Like, I just don't know. Everybody, and then on top of that, talking about, pro-black proximity to whiteness and stuff like that. I was just watching a podcast earlier with Juvenile on there, and he was talking about, or Ralph 09, and he was talking about Ralph 09's question of what could he do. Now, I love that question, because that shows that he still has the mindset for the people and for the community, and that's a beautiful thing. But then you have other people on the flip side who's been in that world, and again, I'm conflicted, because it's like they don't see, sad to say, they don't see it as a black and white thing. They looking at the dollar. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, Juve has been in them spaces, in them realms, so his mindset is just different. And I think somebody made a valid point. It's like y'all are so busy looking to say who's wrong when two things can be true or two things can be right, and people just have different perspectives. Not everyone's gonna have the same perspective. But for Jay-Z to get on the stage and clown people for trying to stand for something, my jigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we really on, Like, they be showing you who they are, and y'all just be still selling out the shows. And I ain't even mad at the hustle. I ain't mad at the nigga hustle. I ain't at all. Because the same way we clown Trump supporters for Trump telling people what it is and what it ain't, and they still supporting them, is the same way y'all doing with Jay-Z. Sad to say. He telling y'all face, get the fuck on with that selective outrage. They don't care nothing about that. I'm finna get this money. And get your dollar bills. Get your dollar bills, bud. But at the end of the motherfucking day, what do you stand for, Mr. Nigga, if you just going with whoever throwing the highest dollar? Like, you don't got enough love? Like, you don't want to say no to something? You know what I'm saying? Because it's given Kevin Hart. Nigga don't say no to nothing. Like, you're not going to say no to nothing. You don't have no, like, I ain't really rocking with that. Like, at no point, I don't know. That's just me. Because are we building our own table, or are we still trying to be at theirs? What are we doing? You want to be pro-black, or you want to be close to proximity? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Girl, you so right. I'm just saying, I'm asking the questions because it's mind-boggling to me. Even down to, let's go into the Nolan Wells situation. Even down to that. His family. And this is probably going to come off. I'm great. How are you? Hello, everybody who joined the live. Hey, y'all. This is probably, I really don't give a fuck how I come on. I'm going to just let me be frank, because this is Give It Something Raw podcast. So I'm going to say the shit you niggas get to say. As always, if you feel played, the bitch will come on. Y'all put him in a school because you wanted him to get a better education, whatever the case may be. I got an aunt that's doing that right now with her kids. Whatever the case may be, right? And how better is it really? You know what I'm saying? Like, if things like the Nolan Wells situation, I just found out about another girl, Angelique Cummings, I think is her last name, that was on a boat and went missing July 1st. People in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, look that up. But my point was, y'all put them in these spaces in the mindset of they're going to be in a better, it's better for them or whatever. They're going to receive a better education, this, that, and the third. But you're not thinking about their mental, their physical, their, you know what I'm saying? All the other things they have to deal with when they're the only one in that space. And they're having to deal with the microaggressions of white people. Like, it's not better. It's not better. Because at the end of the day, now you've lost a son because of your choices. It don't matter where you put somebody at. Because I know people that went to the neighborhood schools, from the neighborhood schools to Harvard. So, like, let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? And Harvard shouldn't be the fucking standard. Howard should be the standard. Hampton should be the standard. Grambling State University should be the standard, baby. Like, what are we talking about? Like, if we're going to talk about something. And I even have my tropes about that, but that's another conversation for another day. The point is, how much more safer is it if the outcome still boils down to they're looking at him as still Jigga? Like, he's now gone. You know what I'm saying? And for being in proximity to whiteness. Like, what is it about whiteness that you think? They have first of all, no shade, no tea, white people have a horrible track record. For 250 plus years, you have a horrible track record of bringing this country down to its freaking knees. Okay? So I don't understand, why do y'all think that is the bar? Like, what are we talking about? Black people single-handedly built this country, single-handedly set the trends. We do all the things. It's nothing you can't tell me that you could give me an invention that a black person didn't do. I just found out, and I cannot think of this man's name. I just found out the guy who actually wrote the Jeffersons and Good Times. I can't think of his name. Can y'all put his name in the chat? I can't think of his name. But it wasn't that white Jewish man who y'all said. I knew it couldn't have been him, because what you know about black struggle, beloved? What do you know about that? That man been fighting for the rights of those shows till the day he died. And been adamant on the fact that was stolen from him. And why would we not believe that? Y'all been robbing, stealing, killing since the beginning of time. So black people, y'all never cease to amaze me at how much y'all want to be so close to white proximity. Like, it bothers me to my core. Nothing bothers me more than that. Like, I hate to see it, man. Who wrote the original Matrix? The original Matrix? See, I didn't even know about that. So who wrote the original Matrix? See what I'm saying? It was a black woman. And guess what? Guess what? There's no reason for me not to believe you, because their track record for 250 plus years has always been the same cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hasn't switched up. They haven't changed the game. Nothing switched. That's how bold they are. They keep running the same play, and we just keep, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, it's a handful of people I know in my personal life who feel like I feel. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm sure there is a masses of people, but people so scared to say what's real and say what they seeing in real time. Anyone who created a system called buck busting, okay, where they great bigger slaves in front of the rest, okay, of the plantation Jamaicans, about diabolical, insane. Y'all are the savages, and I keep saying that. Y'all are barbaric. And you trying to convince me that we're barbaric? If one of our kids went on a trip, I'm sorry, let's reverse it. And if one of their kids went on a trip with a bunch of black kids, there's no way in hell that child would have came up missing. If I would have went home and told my mama, oh, such and such ain't come back, they're missing, baby, she would have still been busting my head between the dryer and the washer to this day. What do you mean they're missing? What do you mean you came back and didn't? Like, what do you mean? Like, you need to explain this to me before I start flashing out. Because what do you even mean? Because they'd be scared of the consequences. Exactly. Scared of the consequences. The boat records came out for the Nolan situation. And more evidence came out. The fact that they had his phone and his keys in his car. Like, and nobody's in jail. Nobody's in jail. That's what you're telling me. Nobody's in jail. Is insane. Like, what are we even talking about? And the mere fact that I'm passionate about it pisses me off, because you have parents who will get on a press conference and say, well, master, I just sees no colors, and like, what the fuck are we talking? Your son is gone. And at the end of the day, you can't tell people how to grieve. You know what I'm saying? So there's two sides to that coin. You can't tell people how to grieve, but I can guarantee you I'm not getting on no press conference talking about something I don't see no color. I'm just not. Then on the point where there are no consequences for the action, so they're becoming more radical. Absolutely. Just like that lady that went to the party and got found dead next morning. Absolutely. Still remember that. That was in like North Georgia, right? And they said they don't know what happened, so that was a few years ago. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name. I think I know exactly who you're talking about. Like, that's so crazy to me, because I'm like, at the end of the day, this justice system is unjust. in regard to us. And anybody who's saying anything otherwise is insane. I watch people, white people, come on people posts telling them that, oh, there's no evidence and this and the third. Girl, we don't need no evidence. We've lived long enough to know what exactly happened. When it came out that the boy was beaten to oblivion, baby, we already knew that. You ain't telling us nothing we don't know. If we didn't know it, we definitely could have guessed it. The hell you talking about? How did she fall off a balcony and nobody seen her to the next day? Exactly. You would have heard that thought. You would have heard that. So at the end of the day, it's odd to me how things just go bypass. You know what I'm saying? And us as a black people, we're so passionate. We're so empathetic. The first thing we want to do is run to the parents' aid and, you know, this, that, and the third. And part of me is like, you made your bed, lay in it. You wanted him so bad to be a part of this because you thought it was better. And now these are the consequences of that thing. You know what I'm saying? And a part of me is like, I have nephews, brothers, cousins. You know what I'm saying? I have those things. So I could relate. But that's the other thing that kind of blew me with the internet too. Like, especially the other ones. Them colonizing, them sun dodgers. Y'all getting on here acting like y'all don't have no children, but y'all don't give a damn about y'all children. Baby, I don't know nobody named no fucking Shanique. You better get your stupid retard. Because, you know, TikTok like to take my... So, baby, I'm going to have to get moderators on here to get you up out of here because you must be one of them sun dodgers. It just be wild out here and it's scary. I mean, if you look at the stacks of the black woman dying, yes, childbirth versus any other race. Baby, they don't never hear nothing when it's us. Exactly. Don't even get me started on doctors. Because, baby, I've had to go off on doctors before for telling me, am I sure what I'm feeling is what I'm feeling? Like, what do you mean, am I sure? What do you mean? What do you mean? America wrong me, love. America. Talking about who wrong me? America. Your little partners. That's who wrong everybody. That's who wrong everybody. Speaking of, did y'all watch Trump's speech? Did y'all watch his speech? We have to advocate for ourselves when we go to the doctor because if we don't, we might die. We literally might die. They literally think that we are so strong that nothing phases us. And I think that is asinine. Like the mere fact. I don't know what Cheeto said. So what I do know is ABC. Hold on, let me go to my facts because I wrote down the statistics. I'm gonna hit y'all with facts today because people like to argue and it's like, where are the facts? ABC, I know ABC and NBC just refrained from airing it because they didn't want any information spread. So shout out to ABC and NBC. Let me make sure that I'm telling you the right thing. Let me get to it. Yeah, ABC and NBC, they didn't want to, but they said he talked about voter fraud. I said, I know he ain't get on there talking about voter fraud. Baby, ain't so this idiot just said in the comments, is it true that black crime comes from poverty? If you get on Netflix right now, I'm sure you got a Netflix account. If you don't, use somebody else's. All the true crime series, none of them don't look like us. I leave that way and say, thank you. I bet you Fox aired it. Man, you know Fox aired it. You know they did. They talked about, they said he talked about, because I wasn't watching him. Voter fraud, foreign interference like China, and then like pushing the stricter voting laws, having IDs, limiting the mail-in votes and stuff like that. But that don't even matter because, well, it does matter, but however, that doesn't matter because if you have states like Louisiana's governor redistricting places so that certain people can't vote, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to speak too much on it because I didn't watch it myself, but what are we doing about the redistricting? Like you're talking about voter fraud and this, that, and the third. What are we doing about people who are redistricting so that certain people or a certain caliber of people does not get to vote? What are we doing about that? That's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to know. And the fact that you, as the president of the United States, people deem you uncredible. Like, the mere fact that people are like, yeah, no, we're afraid that there's going to be some misinformation in this, so we're just not going to air it. That says a lot. That says a lot. Like, it's so sad, man. It's so sad to see, bruh. It's so sad to see. And then I pulled up some statistics in regard to how things were when Obama was in office, and then how they are now, because he loves to compare himself to Obama so much. I was like, I ain't even gonna go from Biden to him. Let's go back to Obama. So during Obama's era, the unemployment started at about 7.8. And he was, building jobs and not unemployment, but employed in 2009. He was building jobs, things of that sort. And then it went up to about 10%, even during a recession. All right. Now it's at like 4.2, 4.3% job availability. Okay. That's that. And then down to gas prices. It's like, you're talking about voter fraud, but like, I paid for 4 different items, or maybe 5 different items in the store. I paid damn near $50 for them. I'm not gonna stand in the corner for 10 minutes. Man, how y'all get him up off of here? To be completely honest, like, get your Luca Vaduka. Roll out, my babes. Yeah, you got to go, honey bum bums, because you're doing a lot. Hello, everyone who joined the live. Thank you for joining the live. But yeah, and so I'm like, the gas price is crazy. Groceries is high, like I don't know what. Not only, I think I got maybe two or 3 meals, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe out of that, I ain't even get no breakfast foods. So I just was like, groceries are high. But I wanted to look at gas. So the gas prices when Obama was in office was about $2.90 to about $3. Now it's like $4. And when I was talking to friends in Texas, it's like $5. It, depending on where you are, especially here, depending on the area that you live in, I go way like somewhere else to get gas where I know it's cheaper, because around my house, it's super high. It's super high. Like, it's to the point where grocery shopping and eating out is the same price. You remember when it was like, oh, it's cheaper to eat at home? You know what I'm saying? And you ate out on occasion. Like, it's insane how that is the same price. I'm just like, but you are worrying about what Obama was doing. This is by far the worst the economy has been. And at what point do y'all say, maybe we need a woman in charge? We've been having men in charge for a very long time. But then I feel a little ways about that, because for whatever reason, and it seems to me, and I seen a creator on TikTok say this, and I'm like, oh my God, I've been saying that for a long time. Seems to me that when things start going to shit, y'all want to hire a woman to clean it up. Like, y'all always want a woman to clean it up when it goes to shit. And then when a woman fixes it, now you want to put a idiot to come behind her to do some bullshit to fuck it up again. It's like, I don't know what is the weird obsession with that. I think he in love with the Obamas. Oh yes, he loves the Obamas. He's in love. He's obsessed with them, actually. Hey girl, you're so pretty. Just dropping to say hi. Also that you're so right. Hi, thank you, Daisy. But yeah, Smiles, I'm with you ain't right. Like, he definitely is in love with the Obamas, because at this point it's like, baby, what is your deal? What is your deal? Because I'm going over the statistics, and I didn't go through everything and every policy, but the main things that he was hitting on, talking about he was going to change employment and groceries and gas, and all of that's up. Because why? Why is all that up, you ask? Let's go to the key point. You want to start a war over oil supply, worrying about global markets. Bruh, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. I can see you coming into something and saying, okay, how can I make this a better situation for us? But you single-handedly ruin every situation we could, or friendship or ally that we possibly could have. As an American, I'm a little nervous going to other places, because it's 2 things. They either think we're a joke, or they think we're a freaking threat. Or they think we're illiterate. At this point, I don't know. Like, we put you in office, so they got to know we illiterate. And my next question, are we accepting the people who have now understood the damage that he's done and want to kind of go to the other side. Are we accepting those people? They haven't been in office in a year. Leave the people alone. Yes, like leave them people alone, bro. Leave the people alone. He said no. Smiles said no, indeed no. I listen. Smiles, I ain't gonna lie with you when you're right, because people often want to flip the switch after, afterwards, and it's like, no, don't flip sides now. You chose your side. Stay on it. And I do believe in people growing, but with this in particular, when you're somebody is telling you what they're gonna do, somebody is telling you that you're an idiot, you know what I'm saying? Like he's called you guys idiots before. He's called you an idiot before, and you still put him in office. It's very odd to me. Stand on your vote. That's what y'all wanted. That part. Stand on it. That's what y'all wanted. That's what y'all say. Yeah, that's what y'all said y'all wanted. Y'all wanted light bright. You hear me? Y'all wanted it, and that's what y'all got. And it's really, really sad. Like inflation recently around 3 to 4%. 2026. Food is more expensive now, but wages and economy are also different. It's like the food is high. Then the landlords keep going up on rent. Like, baby, why are you going up on rent? Ain't shit changed around here. There needs to be a law for that. I think the law was passed recently. I'm gonna have to go look that up. We are a bit on survival, unfortunately, but he told them what he will do. He told them, he said it. And black people, see what pisses me off with people, and it triggers me, because I had an ex like this. He would ask something, or he would be doing something, and I would give him sound advice, right? But it wouldn't be until somebody else told it to him that he'll be like, oh, well, you know what? I should do that. Or he'll come repeat back to me what I already told him. Like, why are you waiting for somebody else to tell you what? Like, why does stuff have to go to shit for you to be like, you know what? She said that. Or even not even give you credit for what you said. Just now all of a sudden it clicks for you now because somebody else told it to you. It's weird, man. It's weird. Hi, girl, you're so beautiful. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, definitely. And he used to be mad. It's like, when I got to the point where I'm like, why are you telling me? Because you want to go and ask 5,000 other people? You got to talk to 6. And as a man, this is a little off topic. Might be on topic. As a man, why do you need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12 people to tell you to help you make a decision? At what point are you going to make your own decisions? At what point? At what point? Make sure y'all like the live and share the live and like the live and share the live and like the live and share the live. Sorry. I be getting all track, my bad. And then it's like, are we evolving? Like, at what point, like, are we evolving? At what point do we show that we're evolving? Or are we just following what benefits us at the time? Because at the end of the day, people are still, buying what they want, doing what they want, and it's a blessing to be able to do that in this economy. It is truly a blessing, because everybody's not able. They're really not. My daddy like this, but he in New Orleans, man, so I'm not surprised. Okay, shout out to the, But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I be so conflicted, because it's like you want to support these people who are, and they're not our leaders. I think that's also the misconception, kind of going back to how the conversation started. Like, Jay-Z and all of those people, they're not our leaders. And I think we get caught up in wanting somebody to lead us when we need to be leading ourselves. Like, them people not leaders, them people are looking at green. At this point, it ain't about color to them. And not saying that color is not a factor. I'm just saying it's not about color to them. It's simply about the money. They want the money. They greedy. The greed, the capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Which leads me to, I went to Essence Fest. I had a wonderful time at Essence Fest. But does that debunk everything that we were talking about? Because is it culture or is it capitalism? Because at the end of the day, all those brands that we say we don't like, Target was in them. Capitalizing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if people were buying products from Target or they just was giving it out. But at the end of the day, it's like, damn, how woke, are we so woke where we're now not being able to enjoy certain things. And I kept telling myself that the entire time I was at the convention center for Essence Fest, because I'm like, I'm having a really good time, sorry y'all, I get a little tongue tied, but at the end of the day, it's like, this is still capitalism, this is still greed, you know. And to be honest, that's how you know the economy bad, because the convention center wasn't even packed and full with all the vendors that it normally is. There was never all that open space in the convention center. And I can remember going when I was like a little bitty kid, you know what I'm saying, with my mom, and I hadn't been since. Like, if I'm not going to the concert, I really don't indulge in Essence stuff, but I had my baby down there, it was summertime, so I was like, let me just, you know, let her experience it, because she's never been. Yeah, I'm still not going to Target. I'm with you when you're right. Still not going to Target. I don't go to Target for nothing. Like, Target hasn't seen my dollar since they stood on what side they want to stand on. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if my people saying that we boycotting something, I'm fucking with that. Like, I'm one of them. Like, I'm right. I ain't always trying to die, but I am right. Like, baby, if we say we not rocking with that, we not rocking with that. And I think that's the most disrespectful part. But because y'all like Jay-Z so much, y'all pick and choose, you know. So when he's talking about selective outrage, yeah, when it comes to y'all artists, absolutely. Because there's still people that's going to sit there and listen to R. Kelly. And at the end of the day, he's a scumbag. I don't give a damn how many fire records. And I used to love his music, baby. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not separating the artists on that one. I'm sorry, I cannot. I have a little girl, baby. Can't do it. I go to Publix, Kroger, Dollar Tree, and Sam's. That's it. I know that's right. That's it, honey. And that's it, baby. I'm not rocking with it, you know? Because at the end of the day, we are the biggest consumers. Baby, we gonna spend $1. If we want it, we gonna go and get it. So for y'all to play on our topic thing, we about to still rock with y'all is crazy. It's crazy. I skip over anything he produced. Yeah, because what's going on with Tidal? I don't even know if Tidal's still a thing. And then there's the Black excellence. You know what I'm saying? It's all this, I think, and again, I might get canceled for this thought, but it's my thought. Black excellence is packaged in a way where it just benefits capitalism at the end of the day. Like, I don't care what nobody say. All this evolves and goes back to capitalism. That's it. That's all. That's the biggest conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? That's the number one thing. And people ignore it for who they like. That's the message of the day. And to lie and say y'all don't, is insane. Not darker the berry, sweeter the juice. I know that's right. Essence. Hence the name, Essence. But yeah, I don't know. Like, we don't know what Essence is about to be in these next coming years. I know that I thoroughly enjoy myself. I will say that. I enjoy seeing, you know, everybody going home, being in the space. I definitely enjoyed it. But at the end of the day, again, still in the back of my mind, like, is this overconsumption? Is this capitalism? Or is this culture in hindsight? Is it, you know? Like, I don't know. Yes, it's blackness, but it's black excellence. You know, people categorize you based on where they feel like you fit in it, what they feel like you have. If they feel like you have something that they could benefit from, then you're of this elite. You know what I'm saying? If you are not who they think, if you're not kissing nobody's ass, if you're not doing all those things, then they're looking at you sideways. And it's like, y'all are trying to cultivate black excellence and culture as if it's an everybody thing. At the end of the day, it's still a club. Y'all still treating it like a club. Like, you got to be able to get in. You got to be able to be this or that and look like this and look like that to get in. You got to be able to want to kiss this one ass and kiss that one ass to get in. And everybody ain't built like that. I know I'm not built like that. I don't know about everybody else, but I know I'm not built like that. Because I'm not doing that, but I'm sorry, not sorry. Can't do it. How can you? What is wrong with y'all people? And see, this is what I be talking about right here. Like, these type of people right here that be posting stuff like that. When I got on here, and I think I said something. I don't know what I said. Y'all took my live for 3 days, but people get on my account or get on my live and say this nutty ass shit is crazy to me. Like, what? What you got going on? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, they freaked out. Like, girl. And people that's freaked out, baby, you'll fuck anything. Bitch, you'll fuck a frog if you could, bitch. I know, y'all scare me. I ain't gonna lie. Not one of them, beloved. Y'all terrify me, okay? Like, what? Why would you, can you handle a 38? Let me know. Fuck wrong with you? Like, stop. What? Like, y'all's crazy as hell. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's just my thoughts. Eat the rich. At the end of the day, eat the rich. Because we can say eat the rich, but we still want to buy the luxury. Y'all still want the Gucci bags. Y'all still want the LV. Y'all still want the... And it's like, girl, what side are you going to stand on, girl? What side? And I think it also boils down to self-awareness as well. And, like, being comfortable in your own skin and, you know, not following the crowd. Like, not feeling like you need all of these things to be this person. Like, it always makes me laugh when I go back home and people don't know who I'm associated with. They just know, you know, they may see, I know they see me because my goddamn views be up 100K all the time. But when they see me talking to certain people, like whether it be a DJ or a content creator or whatever the case may be, they be like, damn, like, I didn't know she know. Yeah, because, like, y'all are looking for a certain thing, you know? And I may have it, I may not. I don't fucking know. I really don't care to know. But at the end of the day, those people are regular people to me. Y'all are excited by these people. I'm not. Like, when I see, you know, I always tell people all the time, in New Orleans, everybody think they're a fucking celebrity. I'm sure it's like that in Atlanta for sure. But everybody think they're a fucking celebrity. So we're not moved by that. But people be saying they're not moved by that, and then a celebrity comes to town, and then you can see that they're very much so moved by that. They'll do anything to, you know, be in proximity. So to me, it's still the same thing as that proximity to whiteness. If you try to get to capitalism, be at the tip top of that hill, it's still proximity to whiteness to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all think, but that's to me. That's my thoughts. But yeah, I'm about to head off of here. This was a very good conversation. Thank y'all for joining the live. I'm going to hop off here so I can save this because I'm going to post this on the YouTube. Give It Some Raw podcast. It's on YouTube. Again, it's also on Spotify, but y'all don't be rocking with the Spotify. I don't know. So I'm going to try to still put the audio on there just to see how, you know, if it bites or anything like that. But I'm going to drop this on, oh, Lord. I'm going to drop this on Wednesday. So you'll see this next Wednesday. Thank you for everybody who joined the live. Appreciate you. I'm going to hop off here to end this, but I am going to come back just to, you know, chop it up with y'all. Because this was a really good conversation. Yeah, like, it's a long, and baby, don't nobody care nothing about seeing him in that goddamn dress. What he was buying? Skirts and shit? Stupid looking ass. Like, ain't nobody, like, no one cares. And I think, you know what I also think? I think that people are starting to realize, like, celebrities be lame as fuck. Some of them be lame as hell. Like, baby, let me see what you look like. Let me see what you look like. Now, it's been a bunch of people coming on here telling me I'm pretty, but I told y'all, and I say this on another post, for every couple of people that tells me I'm beautiful, I'm pretty, whatever the case may be, it's always one. It's always one. Like, baby, I could never look nothing like you because your daddy looked like he threw you up from his nutsack, bitch. So I can promise I don't look like that. Oh, no, I don't look like that. I don't look like that, little brother. I don't look like that. Shalom. Hi, Amy. Baby, let me get you the fuck up out of here. Don't even worry about it, baby. Baby, my block list so long. We didn't need no celebrities like that. Because we see them on social media. Yes, I do. And let me say this. Let me say this shit. That social media shit. Like, if you believe in that social media shit, because when somebody told me, and this what made me realize that I'm just a person who operates in being authentic. Somebody told me, now they on there summoning and peddling for likes, talking about they looking for a missus or whatever the fuck the case may be. Niggas told me that, but you're dealing with somebody outside of that. So it's like, it confuses what the fuck you got going on. Niggas told me that's entertainment. So you mean to tell me you get entertainment out of acting like you want to be married, acting like you want to be in a relationship, but not really want to be in a relationship? So you're entertained by manipulating women? I'm like, yeah, you dudes really are fucking losers. And it's sad to see, because I'm like, bro, I don't do none of that shit. Like, I'm not about to sit up there and be peddling for likes and all that. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just different, because what are we taught? Like, what? That's entertainment to you? Like, telling a joke, putting that shit on, like, nothing is entertainment. But manipulating women into thinking that you want something that you don't, or that you telling me that you don't, is entertainment? Yeah, don't even worry about it, sweetheart. don't even worry about it, sweetheart. But that was Give Us Some Raw podcast. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the follow button, make sure you hit and comment. Thank you what? As always, thank you what? Come to folk again.